Dorney Park is located in Allentown, Pennsylvania, opening way back in 1884 and bought by Cedar Fair, aka Six Flags, in 1992, and is the best amusement park in the state. Well, after this one. And this one too. Not sure about this one because I haven't been there yet. Okay, so definitely top 5 parks in Pennsylvania. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 rides from Dorney Park, and that is not including Wildwater Kingdom. Dry park only. Alright, let's jump in. At number 10, we have Dominator. This SNS combo tower can be found at many parks around the world. One side shoots you up and the other side drops you down. I definitely prefer the side that drops you, but even then, it's a very controlled drop and not an actual free fall. Turns out falling at 10 miles per hour isn't actually that thrilling. The Intamin and Larson drop towers are much better in my opinion. Good views up there though. At number 9, we have Thunder Creek Mountain. This is your standard log flume ride with a nice setting and some good views of the coasters. It does have a very unique last drop though. It's not very steep at all, but seems to go on forever, leading to a splashdown that will leave you dripping wet. But nothing compared to the next ride on this list. At number 8, we have Thunder Canyon. This is a wild river rapids ride. And that's not even because of the rapids, which are actually very mild by the way. It's the never-ending cycle of waterfalls you need to watch out for. On most rapids rides, it's a game of, will I get wet? Won't I get wet? On this one, it's guaranteed you will be getting absolutely soaked. If the rapids were stronger and this had a better layout, this would be a top-tier water ride. At number 7, we have Thunderhawk, the oldest roller coaster in the park. Dating back 100 years, and it's holding up pretty well, I'd say. It's not the smoothest coaster in the world, but I wouldn't necessarily call it rough either. It has a good few pops of airtime and some good laterals, but aside from that, it isn't the most inspired layout. Coming in at number 6, we have Hydra, the Revenge. This floorless coaster from B&M is just bizarre. You won't find a layout like this anywhere else, that's for sure. The elements seem to be out of order, and even before the lift hill, you go through this incredibly slow JoJo roll, which honestly is my favorite part of the ride. The first drop is good, but this coaster is far less forceful and whippy than other floorless installations from B&M. It does try to make up for it with great hang time and that floating feeling throughout the inversions though. Coming in at number 5, we have Iron Menace. Dorney Park's newest roller coaster is a B&M dive machine and offers a forceful ride, which is why I have it ahead of Hydra. They went 95 degrees on the first drop, making it the steepest dive coaster, tied with Dr. Diabolical down at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, but don't worry, that record isn't going to last much longer. The drop is amazing, and all of the inversions are forceful. You get a lot of whip on that 0G roll. However, this ride is being held back because of a very noticeable rattle in some areas of the layout, which you would think is weird for a brand new coaster, but this is unfortunately how B&M have been building them of late. Also, I might be in the minority here, but I really hate these vest restraints that we see on these coasters today. The old over-the-shoulder ones were so much better. At number 4, we have Demon Drop. This is the last of the original Intamin freefall models and needs to be preserved for as long as humanly possible. This should be considered a national treasure at this point. If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this thing. I'm putting it ahead of 3 roller coasters, and honestly, considered putting it even higher on this list. That feeling of being pushed out onto the drop track at the top of the tower really gets the adrenaline going, and reminds me of the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios. The drop itself offers an amazing sensation that feels like you left your stomach at the top of the tower, and the pullout offers fantastic positive Gs. Even that awkward journey back to the station is utterly fantastic. Call me crazy, I don't care. Coming at number 3, we have Possessed. These Intamin impulse coasters are incredibly underrated, and unfortunately are dropping like flies at this point. There are only 3 left in the country, and 1 is standing but not operating at the moment, and may never see another rider again. Possessed offers a short but very fun ride. The launches are punchy, the pullouts into the spikes are quite forceful, and the weightlessness at the top of both spikes is pure bliss. I understand these are maintenance and capacity nightmares, but I'm still hoping Six Flags tries to keep this one around for quite some time. At number 2, we have Talon. This is a wonderful inverted coaster from B&M, back when they used to build smooth roller coasters and had good restraints. This invert has a very unique layout and has a perfect balance, where some inversions are extremely forceful and whippy, while others give you that graceful floating feeling. It also boasts a very fun helix in the middle of the ride, with a surprise airtime hill thrown in there as well. I honestly don't have anything negative to say about this ride. They knocked it out of the park with this one, and it makes for a wonderful first impression right at the front gate. I almost had this at number 1, but after my most recent trip to Dorney, I have to give the top spot to Steel Force. This Morgan hypercoaster is a floater airtime machine, and I'm a sucker for airtime. This past summer, it gave me the best rides I've ever gotten on it. The first drop is solid, and the subsequent Camelback offers exceptional sustained floater airtime. The turnaround helix was giving a solid amount of positive Gs, something I don't remember from my previous rides on it. And it just gets better, with the return trip being the best part of the ride. Just a barrage of airtime hills, and every single one of them offers great floater. I've heard differently from other people, but honestly I believe the trims may have been turned down on the mid-course when I was last there, because that train barely slowed down and every bunny hill was just fantastic. Well, there you have it, folks, the undisputable Dorney Park ride rankings. Let me know where I may have screwed up, and feel free to drop your own rankings in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if it's your first time here, consider subscribing as well so you don't miss any future theme park content here on Adventure Barks. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.